Hello, and welcome back to Explain the Charts, your go-to channel for in-depth market analysis. Today, July 21st, 2025, we're putting the spotlight on Ethereum, or ETHUSD, a cryptocurrency that has seen remarkable activity recently. Before we dive into the technicals, let's contextualize the current market with some breaking news and significant developments. First, a major headline that just hit. A whale transferred over 2,800 ETH, valued at approximately $10.54 million, to the OKX exchange. This whale initially acquired their ETH around $3,400 on July 17th, meaning they're sitting on a substantial profit if they choose to sell now. While such large transfers can signal potential selling pressure, the whale still holds a significant amount, making their ultimate intention ambiguous for now. It could also be a strategic rebalancing or preparation for future accumulation. In a move that bolsters network efficiency, Ethereum has significantly increased its gas limit by 21%. This upgrade aims to boost network scalability, which is fundamentally bullish for the ecosystem as it allows for more transactions and potentially lower fees, encouraging wider adoption. We also just celebrated Ethereum's 10-year anniversary with an NFT torch relay, highlighting its vibrant and innovative developer community and rich history. Perhaps the most provocative news comes from Wall Street's crypto prophet, Tom Lee, who made a staggering $250 million bet on Ethereum, calling it the ChatGPT moment for blockchain technology. This high-profile endorsement from a traditional finance figure signals growing institutional confidence and could attract substantial new capital into ETH. Further reinforcing this institutional shift, a major mining firm announced its pivot from Bitcoin to Ethereum, targeting tens of millions in ETH reserves by year-end. This indicates a significant change in asset allocation preference among industry giants. Adding to the bullish sentiment, Ethereum recently surged 6.6%, hitting a six-month high on anticipation of a stablecoin bill. Regulatory clarity, particularly around stablecoins, is a massive catalyst for mainstream adoption and could unlock even greater liquidity and use cases for the Ethereum network. Now, let's transition to the charts and see how these fundamental developments are reflected in ETHUSD's price action. We'll start with the daily chart to get a broad overview of the long-term trends. Looking at the daily chart, we can clearly see Ethereum has been in a strong long-term uptrend, punctuated by significant pullbacks. Observe the rally from mid-May 2025, where ETH climbed from around $1,800, reflecting the renewed bullish interest that coincided with news like Tom Lee's bet. The price found strong support around the $2,400 to $2,500 range in late May and early June, a level that previously acted as resistance, now confirming its role as a solid floor. This flip from resistance to support is a classic technical signal of strengthening bullish momentum. More recently, focusing on the strong upward momentum since early July, ETH has surged from approximately $2,400 to its current level near $3,760. The large green candle on July 20th signifies strong buying pressure and correlates directly with the news of Ethereum hitting a six-month high. The current price is approaching the $3,800 to $4,000 range, which acted as significant resistance in late 2024, representing the previous yearly highs. Breaking through this level would be a major psychological and technical milestone, potentially opening the door for much higher prices. Switching to the one-hour chart gives us a closer look at the short-term price action and confirms the sustained bullish momentum. Notice the consistent pattern of higher highs and higher lows, indicating a healthy uptrend. Short-term pullbacks, such as the one seen around the start of July, have consistently found support, providing attractive entry points for traders looking to long the asset. Volume has remained robust on upward movements, validating the strength of the rally. The 15-minute chart allows us to zoom in even further and directly observe the immediate impact of market events. Looking at July 17th, around 1:21 Universal Time Coordinated, we see price action near the $3,350 level, closely aligning with the whale's reported entry price of $3,400. The subsequent strong upward movement on July 17th and 18th, particularly the surge on July 20th, has put the whale's position firmly in profit, indicating the effectiveness of their timing. This rapid appreciation validates the strong demand for ETH in the immediate term. Let's now consider the short and long-term outlook for ETHUSD. In the short term, reasons to be bullish include the strong technical uptrend with clear higher highs and lows, reinforced by sustained buying volume. The positive news flow, particularly the scalability upgrades and institutional interest, provides strong fundamental backing. However, we are nearing previous major resistance around the $3,800 to $4,000 range, which could trigger some short-term profit-taking or consolidation. Any significant sell-off from whales could also provide temporary headwinds. For the long term, the outlook remains predominantly bullish. The anticipation of stablecoin legislation promises regulatory clarity, a key factor for widespread institutional adoption and broader market liquidity. Ethereum's continuous development, its robust dApp ecosystem, and the growing mainstream recognition as a foundational blockchain technology will likely drive further demand. While high volatility is inherent in crypto, Ethereum's fundamental strength positions it well for continued growth. To recap, here are the important price levels to watch. Strong immediate support lies at $3,500, a level that has recently been tested and held. Further critical support is around $3,300 to $3,400, aligning with the whale's recent entry point and a previous consolidation area. On the upside, the primary resistance zone is between $3,800 and $4,000, representing the 2024 highs. A decisive break above $4,100, the absolute 2024 peak, would signal a new all-time high attempt. Our unbiased predictions are as follows: a consolidation phase or slight pullback to the $3,600 to $3,700 range is highly likely after the recent rally, allowing the market to digest gains. This would be healthy price action, and a return to $3,500 is moderately likely if profit-taking intensifies. A break above the $3,800 to $4,000 resistance is highly likely in the short to medium term, especially if positive regulatory news, such as the stablecoin bill, materializes and institutional inflow continues. The conditions reinforcing this would be sustained high trading volume and a continued positive macro crypto environment. A retest of $3,000 is a lower probability outcome, contingent on significant negative macroeconomic shifts or unexpected adverse regulatory events. When deciding when and what price to trade, always monitor trading volume. Strong buying volume on rallies and low volume on pullbacks indicate strength. Keep an eye on upcoming regulatory announcements and broader crypto market sentiment, especially Bitcoin's performance, as it often leads the market. Finally, continued innovation and developer activity within the Ethereum ecosystem are long-term indicators of fundamental value. Thank you for watching Explain the Charts, and we'll see you in the next one.